Hi, folks. I am back. I'm doing another taste testing, this time of canned chicken. Why am I doing this? Because the government says you should have 3 to 7 days worth of food in your house. I like to have a lot more, and so should you. But before you go out and spend a lot of money on something you don't know if you're going to like, I'm going to do it for you. So, I was told my first video was a little on the long side, so I'm going to trim this down a bit. I still have my handy dandy score sheet here. But I'm not going to do things like the individual taste testing and stuff like that. One, because it's chicken, I'm not expecting anything other than chicken. But I will do a little sampling and see if anything is just really not up to par to everything else. All right, so let's start. Just like before, I'm going to go by a few different categories here. The first one being ingredients. Now, Bumblebee, Swanson, and Valley Fresh all list theirs as chicken breast with rib meat. And all that means is that they don't go through the final process of trimming absolutely everything off the chicken breast. So if you go to the grocery store and you get a chicken breast in the package and you see it's all nice and clean all the way around, they've done that extra trimming. Sometimes you'll get chicken breast with a little bit of floppy meat on one edge. That's the rib meat. So they just didn't go through the final process of just trimming all of that down. Kirkland, though, just lists chicken breast meat, which is good. So they all also have the added ingredients, food starches, sodium phosphate, water or chicken broth, stuff like that. All things that you would expect to find in canned processed foods. It's nothing special there. Keystone, however, is just chicken. First of all, just chicken. So since they don't specify specifically that it's chicken breast, I'm guessing you might get breast, thigh, leg, whatever in there. But they just have the chicken and sea salt, no other additives. And if you go to their website, they have videos to show how things are made. And you can see they pack the meat in the can, drop in a cube of sea salt, and then close it up and pressure cook in the can. But just going for simple ingredients, no additives, stuff like that, I'm going to have to give that one to Keystone. Next is the amount of meat you're getting in the can based upon what it says in the label. For example, Bumblebee is a 10-ounce can. They say they have 2-ounce servings, and there's about 4 servings per can. So that's about 8 ounces out of the 10, which is about 80% of the meat, of the total weight. Swanson is 12.5-ounce can, 3-ounce servings, about 3.5 servings per can, comes out to 84%. Kirkland, 12.5-ounce can also, 2-ounce servings, about 3.5 servings per can, and you come out to 56%. Valley Fresh, 10-ounce can also. Now here's the thing, so both Valley Fresh and Keystone are really up there. So Valley Fresh is a 10-ounce can, 2 ounces per serving, about 5 servings. So that's about 100% of the weight is the meat. Same thing with Keystone. It's a 28-ounce can, 2-ounce servings, about 14 servings per. That comes out to 28, so that's 100%. So just based on numbers, Keystone and Valley Fresh, get that one. Next, you should take a look at sodium. Processed foods, a lot of time, are huge amounts of sodium. And if you have any dietary restrictions, something you should keep an eye out. Bumblebee, 140 milligrams, which is 6% your daily amount. Swanson is 390 milligrams, 17%, but their servings are higher. It's a 3-ounce serving instead of everyone else being a 2-ounce servings. So if you just do the math back down, for 2 ounces then, they come out to 260 milligrams or 11%. Not bad. Kirkland, they're at 9%. Valley Fresh is at 9%. Valley Fresh is at 9%. Keystone is at 4%. So again, if you're just looking at the raw numbers, Keystone has the lowest amount. Sorry for some background noise there. Dogs are suddenly become annoying. All right. The next one comes out to the cost per ounce based upon what it says on the label. So this is taking what the can costs, dividing it by the ounces on the can, and that's it. Some Bumblebee comes out to 36 cents per ounce, which is $5.74 a pound. So if you wanted to compare that to what chicken breast actually is in the store locally. Swanson, 22 cents per ounce. Kirkland, 30. Valley Fresh, 24. Keystone, 42 cents. So again, numbers game. Swanson gets that one for being the most cost effective, but at 22 cents. But Valley Fresh was just behind them at 24 cents, so I'm going to give them a star just so that's out there. All right, so now we have the strained weight. Take away the broth and the water and everything else, how much meat is actually in there, after the cooking. So I'm going to go through and strain and drain all of these. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to do individual taste testing, but I will sample a little bit of each one just to make sure that there are no surprises. Chicken is chicken. And let me get all that figured out, and I will get back to you. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so that's what I get for changing things up, because my last video was too long, I wasn't going to go through the process of doing the in-can appearance and all that kind of stuff, and I probably should have. So before I get on to the final things of seeing what the actual cost per ounce is and all that kind of stuff, so I have to say, opening the can and looking at it, this is the Kirkland, this is the Swanson. I think they look the most like nice big chunks of chicken. The taste out of the can was good. Bumblebee, not bad, good sized chunks. Taste was just fine as well. Valley Fresh, chunks not quite as big and defined as the other ones, but not awful. And again, chicken's chicken. Keystone, it's a lot of meat, but it really has more. There's a couple big chunks of individual chunks there, but for the most part, I think it has kind of the consistency of tuna fish. And so this tuna fish consistency was a little surprising. Like I said, there are some big chunks, but most of it is more shredded, kind of, I guess. And also I have to say that taste-wise, the Keystone wasn't just quite as the nice chicken flavor as like the Swanson and Kirkland were. So, that should be taken into account. I'm still going to put all of this to use. There's a lot of recipes online that you can do for canned chicken. One I'm going to be trying tonight is a baked ziti with chicken. Something like this. I think I'll turn the Keystone into chicken salad with some grapes and mayo, and I don't think the kids will ever know the difference. So, but again, when it comes down to it, canned chicken is canned chicken. But now the final results about whether or not things are worth it for you. Bumblebee, the strained amount was 5.6 ounces. So if you take that into account, the total of the cost of the can, it comes out to 64 cents per ounce. Well, I've been having the worst timing with this, with background noises between dogs, telephone, how emergency vehicles going. All right, so anyway, Swanson came out with 7.2 ounces out of a 12.5 ounce can, divided by the cost of the can, and it's only 38 cents per ounce still. Kirkland was 8.1 ounces, which comes out to 46 cents per ounce. Valley Fresh came out to 6.1 ounces, which was 39 cents per ounce. And Keystone, 21.4 ounces, which comes out to a 56 cent per ounce amount. So again, just a numbers game. Swanson has the lowest at 38 cents, but again, Valley Fresh is only 1 cent behind them, so they're going to get a little star there. So there you have it. Cost-wise, Swanson is it all the way. If you are just going by the nutritional amount and lack of additives, Keystone is it. But then again, when it comes down to taste and what's appealing, I got to tell you, if you have picky kids, if they're in the room, when you open the can with the Keystone, you're never going to get them to eat it. After the pressure cooking, there's a lot of water that separates, a little bit of fat that comes to the top, and just a bit off-putting. Like I said, it's very tuna fish consistency. But, you know, like I said, it is what it is. Swanson, Kirkland have the best look. And overall, based on that, I think I'd have to give their overall win to Swanson because they do have a good looking product and it is the cheapest by ounce. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do with 2 pounds worth of chicken here. All right, see you.